Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly video update and market recap for Wednesday, January the 9th. So we're back to our, full week, first full week of the year trading, and we kind of came out of the gate swinging, with a bang off of Powell's statements last week. And if you guys remember from last Wednesday when I did this update last week, I said that I wanted to short into Thursday and then get long before the close, just anticipating a bounce off of what Powell said. And I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm trying to make a point here that I was not expecting anything like the rally that we've had off of what Powell said. And the reason is, so here's Friday. That's when, we had payrolls, remember, right at the open, and then Powell was right after that. And I guess here was when his statement was released, I guess. Boom, and then followed through, and it just foot on the gas to the floor, has not let up one bit. To the tune of 150, was it 152 points from the low to the high in 1, 2, 3, 4 days. That's moving on, right? And again, the reason I said I wanted to get long ahead of Powell, because we thought, I think everyone thought that Powell was going to be a little dovish. Clearly, he in my opinion, overstepped his ability or whatever at the Fed meeting, and I think that was all politically motivated, but that's a whole different story. But it sucked $1 trillion out of market cap, and and then we knew he was going to kind of walk that back a little bit, and that's what he did. He hinted that he might be willing to be a little more dovish kind of thing, but that's just talk. We won't know that until the next Fed meeting, which is on the 30th. So we'll see if he puts his money where his mouth is, and I don't think honestly anything is going to change. So I'm a little baffled at this pretty massive rally here. So let me zoom this out here on a little bit longer time frame, and we're looking at the S&P. You guys know I like to look at the S&P. So we'll just zoom in here and kind of get a little more clarity. So we've come off the bottom here, virtually straight up, 2346 up to basically 2600 where we are now. So a couple things are going on here right now. We are, if you look, there is a skyline right there, which is at 2608. And then, of course, we're right at 2600. We haven't actually touched it or crossed it yet. I thought we would today, honestly. I'll zoom in here a minute and we'll look at it. But what I want you to see from the bigger picture is that, there's resistance right there. And then we actually have a clear shot up to that fire line at 2650. Now, I don't know if we get there or not, of course. But if you notice this skyline, and I'm going to highlight it in a little bit darker color, this was the December 28th low, I think. And then we crossed through it there, and we revisited there, and that's where we're a stone's throw away. That's at that 2608. I think that is absolutely our next stopping point. And again, let me zoom in a little bit closer here, and it's a little bit easier to see. Here, we went through it there, and we're coming back to retest it here. Again, 2608, and we closed today at 2584. So we're right there. I mean, we're right there. I think we, probably hit this and bounce off. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow we could see more upside, and we could, if we got a mad dash higher, we could actually easily get up here to 2650. I think what probably happens is tomorrow is quote unquote pit bull low, which typically or historically the market's sold off on a Thursday before Friday expiration. That sometimes bleeds into Friday. I think we pull back tomorrow, Friday, next Friday's option expiration, and then we make a run higher into expiration, getting up to here, where we will ultimately fail and likely come back down and touch this. Now that's, I'm mapping that out how I wish it would happen. Has nothing to do with the reality that, may or may not happen, because we're being headline driven for sure. We have earnings starting next week. We've got all the financials. Are they going to be good? Are they going to be bad? So forth. Then we will start getting deeper into earnings in the next couple of weeks. So, my take on this is this move was done off of a lot of hope and nothing really concrete. There's hope of a resolution with China. Trump keeps saying we're close. Yeah, maybe not. The Fed is, we're going to be a little more dovish, but we won't even know. We may not know what this one, the next Fed meeting with commentary is not until March. So I think people will, this will be sold at some point. And the higher and faster we get here, the harder down on the other side it's going to come. And at the least, we'll retrace back some, and maybe it doesn't go down as much as I think. Maybe we do one of these kind of deals and just pull back a little bit and start working our way up here. That would be fine with me. Either way, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to tell you what's out there. And as far as what I'm doing, the higher we go, the more I'm going to get much more aggressively buying puts and hedging on the downside, so forth, maybe buying some VIX calls and so forth on the downside, because I think it's coming. So, and all this damage that's been done, it's not over. I mean, this looks beautiful on a chart. This, we quote unquote crashed, and then a week later it's over. This is 4 days. Is it over? I don't think so. This trend is pretty damaging. Well, it'll all be data dependent. The wild card is China. What happens there if there is a true resolution, and the Fed comes out and says we absolutely are not going to raise interest rates, so forth. Yeah, off to the races. But I don't see that happening soon. And what I'm trying to tell people right now, I'm looking out. My crystal ball only goes out a week or two, right? As far as the short-term trading. So anyway, I hope that helps and maybe gets you a little more prepared. If you've got profits, I would start taking some off the table. If you've traded in the last week and you've got some quick wins, I would take them or take some of them off the table. Maybe start preparing for the potential of a little downside. And don't flip the switch and get all gung-ho bearish, but I'm saying get ready for the possibility that we go back and retest some of these lower levels here. So all that being said, as always, be careful, be nimble in this market, be quick to close, to take a win or close a profit, or take a win on a profit or close a loss, and be watching the data, because we're very, very news sensitive, and again, lots of earnings coming up, so we're going to be all over the place over the next couple of weeks, so be careful out there. So thanks for the time, and I will see you guys at the next update. Take care.